tripod stand, but it's cool though. But yeah, on this Chevrolet Malibu 2006, and we're just changing the spark plugs on it. I've already taken the liberty of I've already taken the liberty of changing the back three because my hands ain't but so big, and I would have struggled. I would have struggled, and I ain't want this live to be but so long, y'all. We also trying to get these headlights clean too. I'm working on one as I go. It used to look like that, so it's getting there. But yeah, let's take this off. I really need to it's gonna it's gonna my live is gonna be in portrait, so I'm gonna have to hold the camera this time. But we're changing the spark plugs on a 2006 Chevrolet Malibu. Take this off because the spark plugs is down here. Down there. But like somebody's taking the liberty already of doing that. I sure wish I can. Oh my bad. I don't know if y'all seen it, but let's see if I can set this up somewhere. Y'all can see. There we go. I can't see no comments right now, but once I come back to the video, I'll be able to see the comments, and then I will most certainly respond to the comments. But it's a pretty day out here, and I don't mind getting out here and doing this right here. I already do it at home, right? These things are hassle. Gotta make sure that air map sensor is sealed, so it may seem a little difficult to take this off, but it's all to make sure that air map sensor is getting a clear, accurate reading. I ain't gonna take that. I'm gonna just move it out the way. Just like that right there. Bink. Alright. Show y'all. Spark plugs. There it is. And when you're doing this, you most certainly want to do it one at a time, because if you don't really know engines, you're gonna get the spark mixed up, and then it's gonna be doing a whole bunch of stuff that you know for a fact you ain't gonna want to be hearing. But if you haven't already, take the time out to subscribe to my channel, The Real DJ Monster, for random stuff like this. You just never know. You never know, man. For real. Ain't no telling what I'll be doing. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Let me see if I can get y'all an angle. Where y'all can see that. But righty tighty, lefty loosey. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know who that is. But these are in tight, so you got to be careful. You keep calling me. Somebody's really trying to get in contact with me at one of the worst times. One of the worst times. But yes, these things are in here and they are in here tight. So let's see if I can get this thing loosened up. We got to bring this. I apologize for me having to take some time away from the live, but I'm back. Okay. And I had to that phone call, very, very important phone call. So these changing these spark plugs, okay, and me, I already done loosened it up. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I loosened it up while I was on the phone, and it was hard, but at the same time, um, it's loose. You feel me? Got it loose. Yeah. I hope y'all having a good day. My day been good so far. So far, so good. So y'all need to make sure y'all check y'all oil. Check check your radiator level. Look at that. Can y'all see that? Burning pretty good. Getting pretty hot too. Y'all see that? It's getting hot now. That's the worst looking one I've seen since I've been putting these spark plugs in. Okay guys, so real quick, I'm gonna take the time out to show y'all how to gap a spark plug. Um, these spark plugs, they're calling for Chevy, for Chevy Malibu '06. They're calling for a 0.60 gap for the spark plug. So, um, which I always carry a handy dandy spark plug gapper around. If you go to O'Reilly's or something like that, AutoZone or whatever the case is, they look like little bitty quarters. You know what I mean? What's bigger? But if you're a do-it-yourself type of person, you're gonna need one of these right here to gap your spark plugs. I don't recommend buying spark plugs and just throwing them in. I'd rather gap the spark plug so I know that this stuff, the gas is burning. Everything is like they want it to be. You get what I'm saying? So make sure you always do that. But this is a spark plug gapper, and you take on the spark plug, take the spark plug gapper. As you can see, it gets thicker. Like oh my bad, y'all. It'll get thicker. The ring gets thicker, and as it gets thicker, it's spreading this gap. Hold on, it's spreading this gap to the gap that it's supposed to be at. I'm trying to get it to focus, y'all. Right there. As it gets bigger, as those notches go up, like hold on, right there, 80, you see 60, 70, 80, whatever, the gap gets thicker. Okay, my truck runs at a gap 40. That's what they calling for now. But this 060, honestly, for me, um, it's kind of a big gap, but it's what they're calling for. So make sure you pick up one of these if you're a do-it-yourself person. Okay, if you choose to do your own spark plugs, you're gonna have to have this. Right along with this right here. This is like the spark plug socket. It's a spark plug like retriever or whatever you want to call it. They all don't fit the same, but they got the sizes right here, which the '06 Chevrolet Malibu takes the 5/8 socket, spark plug socket. And you definitely gonna need an extra extender for the spark plug in the back on the driver's side. That's why this is like this. Yep, You're gonna need one spark plug socket. Yeah, I mean, I think you can get it with a regular like long socket, but it's gonna have to be long because it's gonna have to fit that spark plug in there. I'm gonna show you. It's gonna have to fit the spark plug in there. You see? So it got to be long like that. Also, there's a magnet in the inside, so it won't fall out as you're pulling it out. So if you ever thought about changing your own spark plugs or whatever and scared that it was gonna fall out when you pull them out, that's why you need to use one of these spark plug sockets because they have a magnet, a built-in magnet, and you see how much how much it take to actually have to pull it out. So make sure you get you one. You don't specifically, you can specifically go in O'Reilly's or AutoZone or somewhere, some place that sell tools or whatever, and specifically look for this right here. Or you can just go get a little small tool kit. You know what I'm saying? A little flat tool kit that got your basic tools in. Okay, and then you really out. I'm sorry. To be honest, you graduate from that to the bigger type of tools. And if you don't believe me, try it. That's all I can say. All right, so let's get this spark plug. And it's fresh too. Fresh spark plugs is kind of hard to get. As a matter of fact, yeah, it takes a little bit. This is how I got my spark plugs right here. I think some people can just take it and kind of force it to that to their desired little what's the name, little degrees. But it is hard, and it takes a little bit of patience. It's tedious because you don't want to mess it up. All right, it's there. It's there. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's, hold on, it's going to focus. Hold on. Y'all see it? Even if it's blurry, it's there. All this stuff in the camera focus, but it's there. Now, once you gap it, back it out. Back it out. Once you gap it, back it out. And we should be good to go with putting this in. It's kind of weird, but the wind is kind of blowing. So, all right. If y'all haven't taken the time out, just take the time out to subscribe to my channel. Basically, random, legitimate stuff. I'm not gonna be showing you guys nothing illegal, like stealing, stuff like that. Hold on. Put it in. Gotta find a hole. Oh, there it is. I see. It's up in there. You guys, let me tell you something. I've been if y'all been like keeping up with my channel, y'all will know that I've been talking about trying to be more active in your kids' school, like talking to the principal about things, your concerns, really. And one of the signs that I don't like, that I notice in other places, is the lack of communication. lack of communication. It's like, okay, I'm a concerned parent, so I'm priority. All right, bet you got 10 concerned parents, right? So I wouldn't expect my issues and my concerns to be ahead of everybody else's, but I expect to be put in line and I expect to be contacted accordingly, right? Generally, but when the school shows a lack of communication or a lack of concern, it's an issue. It's a communication problem, and it seems like teachers want to always just blame the board of education. Um, and it's just like, okay, in the process of you blaming the board of education, just like make the best of what you got. Okay, do it for the kids. You know what I mean? For real. Like, I'm gonna have to pause and talk. Like, it really be bothering me how it's like a lack of communication going on. And it's like, okay, you guys cannot get frustrated and walk away from a problem. You know what I'm saying? Especially in school, especially if you have that role as a principal, as a secretary, any adult. As a matter of fact, any adult that works in the school building should not be getting frustrated in the school and walking away from a problem, choosing not to deal with a problem. Okay, because that ain't showing nothing but you running away from a problem and you may deal with it tomorrow. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like it seemed like they just like get frustrated and turn off. You know what I'm saying? And I got a really big problem with that. And if this happening here, it's probably happening somewhere else, or it ain't too far down the road happening too. And if y'all got the same problem, then you got to do something about it. You have to do something about it. So I'm definitely gonna get more active in my kids' school and let the school know that I stand for something, we stand for something, and um, if you want to stand for something, you can stand for something with us. You get what I'm saying? That's how I go. And these kids need to learn something. Um, I really, I really blame the people of color. This is me telling y'all this. I really blame the people of color that they chose to give the spotlight to as far as television goes. I really blame those who made people of color look bad, look so bad to the point where it's like when you see a person of color, it's like they're automatically like I bet like it's so much stuff tacked on to that word black. It is so much negativity attached on to that word black. So when somebody see you like that black guy, it's something. It's like a list of categories of everything that drop down in their head on what you can be, um, what you may be a part of, and majority of it ain't good. I'll tell you that right now. So I blame the people that had that floor and chose against their conscience to intentionally move forward with putting out the vision and the illusion that people of color ain't straight like that. Putting on dresses, everything. It's horrible. It's like my whole entire time living, living like in my 31 years, it's been, I've been considered like a black guy. You know what I'm saying? And it's been so much attached on to that word, and I've been assumed and prejudged and all of that until I speak. You know what I mean? And let them know that I'm not part of no criminal activity and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta let people know my goals and where I want to go in order for them to like back off the black guy. He's a black guy type thing. You get what I'm saying? It's crazy. So I consider myself a person of color for real because I stand for something. But back to this. So we putting this spark plug in right here, right here. Boom. Just put that in. I think it didn't got about. Hey, Scar, look at Scar. Yeah. Hold on. Look at Scar. Hey, Scar, meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. The Scar. I just wanted to chat with y'all about that right now. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. I thought I put it in there to the point it had got tight. Yeah, it's gonna take a while, ain't it? There we go. It may look like it was loose, y'all, but it's just this right here. It's just, y'all hear that? It's just, it wiggles. That's all that is. Put it up there to the point where I feel like it's gonna break. Take out, like, you know, that's how tight. And you're gonna get your hands scratched up. You're gonna get your hands dinged up. That's why you need to make sure you have gloves. That's gonna happen. One number that came off with ease. Let's put this in first. Get your camera angle. Gotta get your camera angle. Hold on. There we go. Righty tighty. Lefty loosey. I think I want to use the extension on this because I don't have enough line, in my opinion, to be comfortable enough. Try this thing. There we go. Time lapse sight. We're gonna take that off and we're just gonna turn it with our hands. We're going on 25 minutes. Y'all might miss y'all message. Y'all better make sure y'all pay attention to what I said earlier. Times have changed, and a lot of people that's up there in age is not giving a damn. And that's not a good thing. I want to feel like when my kids is away from the house, they are secure and protected by adults around them. That's what I want to do. That's why I am the way I am. I ain't playing no games. Alright, let's check to see if this spark plug needs to be gapped. Yep, it needs to be gapped. So y'all already know what you do once you put it up here. Once you put it up here, a gadget, just push it onto the side. Let me put this down. See that? It's about good as she gonna get. And remember, make sure when y'all taking it off, you back it off. Like, you back it down. Because you don't want to bend it out. Alright, she gapped up. Just to show y'all, here's the other spark plug that came out too. It was getting hot too. Remember? Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Can't go wrong with that. Let's twist it on in. Alright. Righty tighty. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. There we go. Slap this mud boot on. Last one. Sometimes these things can be a pain getting off. I want to let y'all know that. So don't be afraid to pull on them, but at the same time, make sure you're careful not to pull on them, because if you pull on this part right here, I see where my finger tapping at, the wire part, you can pull the wire out and leave the boot on and be stuck with the same problem still. I think they got some stuff you can put in here to actually keep that boot from getting cooked onto that spark plug. But yeah, just make sure you don't pull them by the wires. You really kind of pull them by both, like in a sense of balancing out how where you put where you're pulling strength at. Try to pull more so on this and not this. Okay. Okay. Remember, right there, tight ass, let that loose air. And we're gonna use the extension because I don't have enough room to unmask. Oh, that one tight. Okay. Wow. I almost took out the oil, your little oil checker thing. Check your oil. They always try to make these yellow, by the way, these how you check your oil level. They always try to make them yellow and make the transmission fluid pull stick. That's your oil dipstick, as a matter of fact. But they're always trying to make it yellow. And your transmission is red, pull stick, dipstick, or like black. That one's about halfway. I don't know. I don't know why that didn't stick, but so this what brings me to what I was talking about earlier. Sometimes the spark plugs may fall. Just make sure you got a magnet on hand. You can go to O'Reilly's or AutoZone or whatever. They look like this right here. Get you a magnet, and it extends out like an antenna. And voila, just get it. It can fall anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you got a magnet. So thanks for somebody creating this simple but convenient tool. Look at these. Look at this spark plug. Good. All right, that's the old spark plug. Here goes the new one. Oops, about to drop that. Showing gap. She is gap, as y'all can see. See? She gap. So, again, remember when y'all changing these spark plugs, make sure y'all, when y'all gapping them, make sure you back out the gap. Back down, not like pull out. You get what I'm saying? I hope so. Because it's you that's going to be stuck if you ain't careful. Because you ain't want to take the time and take your time. And now you done created 10 extra problems off of one mistake. This is a V6 engine. It's the 3500 series. Probably putting more down on the dyno than the Chevrolet truck I got sitting right here behind you. There you go. And then you put the boot back on. Put the boot back on. Make sure, give it a tug. You get these boots a tug now. Because I would say the hardest, I had two hard things to do, which to me was kind of difficult. That was that back spark plug back there it was on tight. And the boots was really hard to get out. So, hold on. So now we're about to put this air breather back on, air breather hose back on, and that's pretty much it. Y'all already know how to put stuff back together. It ain't nothing to it. But just taking this, moving it back over, getting this back on real good, getting that back on real good, making sure that you plug that back up too. That's the that air mass flow sensor right there. Okay. What's my other tool? You want to tighten this back up. You can use a flathead screwdriver, as you can see. You take a flathead. My bad. And make sure you tighten it back up tight. Because this air mass flow sensor, in my opinion, is like a freaking sidekick, like a partner to this to the engine, and whatever they say basically goes. Like, it'll throw it off. I'm not saying it's the computer, but at the same token, I feel like this has if anything go wrong with this, it's gonna throw a lot of stuff off. Trust me. Okay. So at the end of this video though, I'm gonna show y'all update on the truck. So we changed spark plugs. We tugged on to make sure they was on. Yes, a cap goes up here. It does need a top. It does have a top that goes on it, just like that right there. And it got little things right there. Hold on, right there. Make that way. That right there. You see that little thing on the alternator right there? Them little uh things you pressed on. Hold on, the things you press the what's the name down on. This little cover down on. See where it go? Line it up. I'm sorry for the camera angle, y'all. I'm gonna line it up. So yes, I do. Thank y'all for tuning in to my channel. Um, yes, I'm always busy because I feel like if I ain't doing nothing, I'm wasting my day. I'm wasting my life. Got some coil packs for the truck. I ordered a set of coil packs for the truck. I'm still dealing with the random misfire. I'm still dealing with the random misfire. And um, yeah, just a random misfire. And it's saying bank 1 2 lean, bank 2 2 lean. So um, I already have the injectors. I already ordered injectors. I mean, not yeah, I ordered injectors and I got them and coil packs. So the coil packs, waiting on the coil packs, and we can get the coil packs swapped out. Finally, I've never changed the coil packs on this truck. Yesterday, I went to the scrap yard and just bought 2 coil packs to go on bank 1 and bank 2, just to see if it made any difference, and it did actually make a difference. But still, it has that misfire going on. But it did make a difference though. This truck sounded like nothing was wrong with it yesterday. But in the mornings, I'm gonna get a short. I'm gonna get a short video. So tune into this short that's gonna be coming when how I crank this truck up, how this truck sound when I crank it up, because that's the problem. Me personally, I think it's time to get gaskets. And if it's time to get upper gaskets, then it's time to get the bottom gaskets going. I'm talking about like the head gaskets and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because really, once you take all this stuff off, don't be afraid of none of this. Okay? Be honest with you. Once you take off this alternator, it'll show you. You'll have so much room to the point you'll be able to see the engine itself. All of that right there, like that black wire, that coil pad, all that, it comes off in like 1 or 2 pieces. Just take it and it literally will come off. You gotta unscrew it, but it'll come off. Okay. Um, and then the top of that, that's a cover. That's my little truck cover that come off, and then you see the top of the engine. Like, it's not hard at all. So don't be afraid to just open your hood and look at your motor. They cover the motor up because to them it don't really make the car look good to have an open motor. You know what I'm saying? It's a nice vehicle, so they start designing these little covers right here. You know what I'm saying? Don't fact check me or try to say I'm trying to quote somebody else on that. That's just how I feel it came about, and that's one of the convenient ways. It does make my truck look a lot better, the engine. But yeah, take that engine cover off, and then that's the top of my motor. Only thing that's really on the top of my motor is it's a hose that go to the PCV valve. It go from that hose right there. If you see it right there, that's the only thing that's at the top of my motor. Is that hose? It goes to the PCV valve down to the valve cover gaskets back there, and my um throttle cable, my throttle cable. That's the only thing really that's on the top of the motor. You know what I'm saying? All of this stuff is really nothing. That's why I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it myself. I do stuff myself because it's like you got a little bit of ugly, but I don't know if y'all ever seen any movies where you had to get through the ugly for the good to go. Like for the good to get to the good. It's like that right there. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid. You know what I'm saying? But do some research. I ain't saying just hop on and start taking shit loose. Do some research because you're gonna have to put stuff back the way it's supposed to go. Yeah. But thank you. Oh. But thank you for tuning in to my channel, y'all. It's been real. It's been real. Um, Let me go ahead and get this finished up. I just showed y'all how to basically take spark plugs out. I gave y'all what y'all need. Y'all got it on video. Take it back, watch it again, and do the same thing. If you ain't took the time out yet, like, comment, share the video, and subscribe to my channel. All right. And again, this was changing the spark plugs on a 2006 Chevrolet Malibu with a 3500 series V6 engine. All right. Peace.